Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and 23.43 patch notes are out. There are a bunch of balance changes. There's way more than I thought there was going to be. I think you guys will like a lot of them. We'll go over all of them. I just briefly, really quickly took a look. I'm going to be basically reacting live, well, as live as YouTube can be for this. So let's go over that. And by the way, I just want to thank you guys again, all for your insane support. We're nearing like 52,000 subscribers. So if you feel like I've earned your subscription, I would really appreciate it if you hit that button. Anyways, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the updates. We have, first off, starting off with dev comments. We have a lot of big standard balance changes coming this patch, and one for wild. So we do have a wild balance change. I didn't even know that, so that's good, thank goodness, but only one. First, we want to lower the power level of the most powerful decks in the current metagame. Fel Demon Hunter and Control Warrior variants. Roughly half of the changes in the patch are balanced and motivated to target the win rates of these decks directly. So very Warrior and Demon Hunter focus, which we thought of. The rest of these changes in the patch are not primarily motivated by power level, but instead focus on improving the play against experience as some of the most polarizing cards in the game. So Shield Shatter will now deal 4 damage to all minions. So Shield Shatter, the first card to get nerfed here. Again, I'm kind of sad to see that happen. I didn't really want it to get nerfed, but it's so powerful, it's so good that yeah, now 5 health minions will live, like a Null. I don't know if Null's been reverted or not, but yeah, it'll live now, so it's not as, you know, detrimental to these decks. But I would have rather seen it, you know, not nerfed, but whatever, it is what it is. And surprisingly, they nerfed Title Revenant. I really didn't see this as a problematic card. But it will now gain less armor. It'll gain 5 armor and deal 5 damage rather than, yeah, it gains 3 less armor. Really weird. I never thought this card would get nerfed. I did not think it was that good. I mean, Arena, it's really good, but even the armor there doesn't matter. That one's kind of baffling to me, but Title Revenant, yeah, it's getting nerfed. Again, I just did not see that as a problem card at all. Genuinely shocked about that one, but yeah, it's been nerfed. Nelly, this one's a big deal. People can't stand Nelly in a lot of ways, has been nerfed. So it's the death rattle. The appendage adds Nelly's pirate crew to your hand. They cost 1 less. So the pirates no longer cost 1. Mr. Smite will cost 5 instead of 1. So that's a huge nerf. This card is basically trash now, I would think. Just absolutely terrible. So yeah, like you're getting 3 pirates. They're 1 less. They don't cost 1. They're 1 less. To me, that's just, it's gonna be really bad. I think this card is basically dead now. I just can't see it being very good. The difference between they cost 1 and 1 less is a big deal. So that card is absolutely dead in my opinion, and a pretty big deal. So if you're really hating getting Mr. Smited by this and all of that, that card is, they just gutted it. They absolutely gutted it. From the Depths is now 4 instead of 3. This to me misses the mark entirely. This is just like it's just, to me, in Cantor's flow from 2 to 3 or 3 to 4, right? It's mass mana cheat, slow down a turn. But they're nerfing Warrior so much that it probably is, Warrior's gonna be rough. They're destroying Warrior, and I'm kind of scared to see the one control class, really good control. I guess Paladin's still there, but still, it's going to be rough. So the dev comment says both Charge and Control Warrior have been overperforming on ladder. Their trend towards higher and higher win rates before you move up the ladder. These decks share several key cards, and this batch of changes tend to lower the win rates of both of these archetypes. We don't want or expect these decks to disappear. I think they will, but we do hope some of the most, I think they're just destroy Warrior. I really do. This is the only one that doesn't destroy it from the depths, but my goodness, I like Title Revenant. Just, it's kind of, I feel like they overkilled it. I really do, but we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong, but yeah. Anyways, let's take a look. Carial, Fell Soul. They nerfed the one high roll that Demon Hunter had, right? Carial into Zelag, and now it's a 7/7. So you're barely getting to cheat out a demon anymore because it's 7 mana 7/7. They did buff the stats on it. It was a 6/6, but I don't know. I feel like that's I was like okay with the Carial high roll. I mean, it didn't feel like Drekthar bad. And it hurts Big Demon Hunter way more. I don't know if I like that one. I really don't. But yeah, it slows down that high roll, but it wasn't really that bad. I don't know. Very surprising. Battle-Worn Vanguard is now a 2/1 instead of a 2/2. It's more vulnerable to die early, but you're still getting that immediate stat bomb. This doesn't kill the card, but it makes it a lot more vulnerable. Yeah, I think that's okay. But yeah, Carial is surprising. So yeah, 2 Demon Hunter nerfs, and yeah, Wild Pawn Knoll being nerfed again, but they're not going all the way this time. Instead, as I said, instead of 6 mana 3/5, it's a 5 mana 3/5. They're really trying to make it playable. So yeah, Wild Pawn Knoll nerfed again, but not all the way. We'll see how it goes. Now it's a 0 mana 3/5 Yeti with Rush, and they say that Rogue has been one of the most played classes in Standard. It'd feel right for us to hit the other popular classes without taking small amount of power out of Rogue. Yeah, it's like we'll just absolutely gut the other classes, but Rogue, it's got to be tier 1, you know? We'll take a whole attack off, and we're not going to hit probably the mine, right? Mine's not getting hit by the looks of it. So anyways, yeah, that's getting hit. Next, we have Carial is finally getting nerfed from 7 to 8. I've been mentioning Carial forever, but they don't change the weapon, so she's just slowed down a bit. I honestly don't think this changes too much with it. Yeah, but it gives time for other decks to kill Paladin a little bit quicker. You can't combo this with Bran and Wild. Yeah, it'll hurt the card. I think Carial is still basically auto-include in any control variant. Aggro decks, maybe it'll be more of a thought. But yeah, Carial, definitely significant nerf. I would have loved to see the weapon reworked a little bit, but I knew that wouldn't happen. And what does it say? Dev comment, we're happy to see hero cards with such a late game punch for the classes, but felt like Carial is providing that power turn earlier than it should have been. Paladin's a pretty healthy spot in the current metagame. I know that'll trigger some comments, but yes, with the rest of the changes we are seeing this patch, we expect things to stay that way. Spite Siren going to 5 mana. I love Naga Mage. It's so fun to play, and it's not even that top tier. It's like tier 2 right now. But this goes to 5 mana rather than being 4. And it gets 1 extra health, so it takes 1 more mana to get that pop-off turn. This card's super toxic. It's super unhealthy for the game. I'm glad there's a preemptive nerf on this card, and that's someone who loves playing this deck, who thinks it's fun. You're honestly, it might be still good at 2, good at 5. That's how like gross it can be. So I'm happy they're preemptive in nerfing this card. I wasn't expecting it. I think it's a good thing, but it's happened, and yeah, they say it's a fun and interesting card for Naga Mage decks, but it was capable of effectively ending games in a way that didn't feel room for counterplay. We are hoping that moving by this effect back by 1 turn. I think Mage is dead. Mage might be dead, but this type of card is not healthy for it. So it sucks as someone who likes the deck, who likes playing Mage, but I understand the nerf. I feel like the timing's probably not great for it, but they hit it preemptively and all of that. Earthen Scales, they nerfed because Druid was not doing poorly enough. They nerfed Earthen Scales to make armor gain a little bit worse for Druid. They said it hasn't been a dominant class since Sabiniset, but it can be frustrating to lose to Earthen Scales. This is so stupid to me. This nerf is like, the aggro players are crying about some armor gain, and we gotta hit it. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Here we have the Wild nerf, the one I suggested, refreshing 2 mana crystals, so you cannot get your Colossal out on turn 1 or 2. That's really good. Gotta like that. As we track gameplay following the mini set, we notice concerns about experiences in Wild, particularly when it comes to Shaman decks. So Big Shaman gets hit, and you guys, Mr. Smite got nerfed. They actually did it. Mr. Smite just has charge. Your pirates have charge. Yeah, so he's 7 mana. He's slightly nerfed. Does it hit him hard enough? Maybe, but Mr. Smite is nerfed at 7 mana. So there you go. Mr. Smite is a powerful game-ending card that doesn't need to be quite as powerful. He does on curve. The change will make the card hopefully a little bit more tolerable in the mid-game. The only issue I have with it still comes off the Juggernaut for free. Still has the exact same effect. That doesn't change, but Quest Warrior's been pretty rough for quite a while. So I guess they're planning on it not being good anymore. The the whole like the carry of the Juggernaut, or not, sorry, the appendage from the Colossal. This will be 6 mana, so it's nerfed. You can still use it as a combo card, but yeah, the meta game is gonna. This is just a crazy balance patch. The meta game is gonna be so different. And School Teacher is now a 4/3 instead of a 5/4. Same effect. Basically, the stats, like this card's been doing so well that the stats have been kind of over for performing on it. So I can get on board with the School Teacher nerf, and the golden copies, if you have them, you can't disenchant. If you have regular ones, you can extra dodge. So there's a bunch of balance changes, like way more than I thought. I'm sure you guys will have a lot to say about them. Mr. Smite, Nelly getting nerfed, like Lightning Bloom, like so much craziness. Let me know what you guys think. And there's other changes. Battlegrounds stuff is in here. They're changing a bunch of heroes, blah, blah, blah. Check out a Battlegrounds content creator. I do not know. There does not seem to be much bug fixes in the game. So that's unfortunate. And we'll see what bugs this patch introduces. We'll have a day 1 patch review tomorrow. Tune in for that. But holy crap. What a balanced patch. I was not expecting this. 0 buffs, but I think that's okay. We're going to have a very different metagame, and this will go live like in like pretty much like an hour after this video goes live. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.